Well, again, Dino Roll fans, so we have a special one here. So this is the Velociraptor. So after I was a kid, I kind of stopped paying attention to dinosaurs, and then Jurassic Park came out, and now everyone knows what a Velociraptor is. But it turns out real Velociraptors were pretty small, only around 2 feet. This is a chicken, right? They weren't. The movie portrays them as like as tall as a man, but they're really small animals apparently. But I still wouldn't want that thing coming at me with all these crazy sickle claws and all that stuff. So this is called the Quick Plunderer. It's from the late Cretaceous period. It was located in Asia. It was discovered in the early 1920s. And that's basically all I care to learn about it on the internet. So this is a special Dino Roll. It's a limited edition, apparently. There's some sort of big fair in China every year. Wonder Festival, I think, is what WF is. And so this is, I guess, something sold at that festival. So this brand, or this Dino Roll series, made by Kong Species, you might not be able to read that. It's crazy, right? Kong Species. They came out with this in an earlier wave of dinosaurs, but it was blue. I'm going to try to get one of those because, you know, blue from Jurassic Park. But they want to reuse their mold, I'm guessing, and make money back on their mold. So that's what I think I have in this box. It's 8 years and up. There is a website. I still haven't gone to look at that. Okay, so it's a durable box, and for good reason. I think the thing is a rigid plastic and might be brittle. But here, quite interesting. Unnecessary, but nice. We literally have a metal coin. This is heavy. And it looks like they rastered on a number 74. What I don't know is of how many, all right? One would assume it could theoretically go up to 999, which I guess in the realm of toys is kind of rare, but compared to like 1/64 scale resin cars, no, because I've seen some with less than 100 production counts. So this is really elaborate and nice, but I mean, I had to buy this coin. This is literally a metal coin, and they raised all this lettering. Over here we have the brand, I guess, and the Wonder Festival thing, and it's encased in this nice plastic. This coin must have cost like $10 to make at least, I'm guessing, right? It's like a real coin. It's nice, but I don't know if I need that. I just don't. I just want the figure, really. Okay, well, anyways, let's see if this is special. So the Velociraptor, the blue one, I think it was from Wave 2. What I don't like is there's no date. I have no idea how old this thing is. So Spinosaurus, I have to try to get one of those. If someone knows a link where they're stocking those, let me know. That's, I guess, the largest land predator known to man, and also in one of the Jurassic Park movies. So there's blue, right? I'm pretty sure they painted it that color because of Jurassic Park. Okay, and then I remember Ankylosaurus as a kid, and that's also from Jurassic Park. Okay, I'm not going to pronounce that today. And then they always put this sixth one on the back, the Sad Diplodocus. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this pamphlet comes in with the regular Wave 2 figures. More wasteful stuff. A credit card, literally thick plastic, and it's of a, this dinosaur, but I already have this image on the box. Right? Both images. I mean, oh, okay, well, now we know. So maybe this plastic is nice. It tells you of 100. I'd be happy with just this and not the metal coin. Or just the metal coin and not this. I don't need to have double proof of something. I highly doubt people are going to counterfeit this. Okay, so there it is in that paint scheme. And there's the rendition. Then we have this soft foam. And I'm going to be very careful taking this out because I don't want to snag one of those claws and have it break off. Alright, that seems to be out. There's nothing ever underneath that foam. Now I gotta make sure I get it out of the bag without snagging anything. Okay. Let me put this all away. Alright, so if you haven't seen my other videos, this thing is roughly, well, this is shorter than other ones. This is 8 centimeters. I think I've had some like 9 or something. And then the overall length is around 9.5, so that's similar to other ones. This has a kind of an ovoid egg or geode down here, and then it does have this nice skeleton in there. So that's nicely weathered, right? So it looks cool. And the perimeter is very thin though compared to the other ones I have. I kind of wish they put the name in there somewhere, right? Velociraptor or something. So whatever this thing is covered in some funky triangular shaped things with a rough texture. And then there's some black and white dots painted nicely on there. And then you can see the claws of this thing. They're very sharp and very neat actually, although that might be slightly blemished. And smooth skin here on the bottom of the feet. And then some tendon things here. Oh, this is the first one where I've seen a seam, an obvious seam. So some sort of obvious break in there. I'm not sure why. Other ones don't seem to do that. Same here. Or maybe the other ones, they have seams, but they cover them up with putty. Maybe that's what it is. But this one, they kind of slacked off and didn't bother. Okay, well, looking up the bottom of this thing, we have some flattened skin details, different sort of textures in the tail, and then the leg looks kind of like a chicken leg, you know, it looks like chicken skin actually. And then going to the front, you got this famous claws there, and you know, maybe that's weathering on purpose, this like gray I'm seeing on top of the red. So it wasn't a paint blemish, it's actually intentional. Okay, so the claws are carrying over here to the hand kind of things. I guess those are hands, right? 3 fingers. And they look like chicken feet, you know? So, I mean, Wikipedia said this is a feathered dinosaur. So I'm not sure why Jurassic Park portrays it as like a skinned dinosaur. But Wikipedia says it's covered in feathers like a bird. Maybe, you know, scientists are always changing. Maybe they found a fossil later after Jurassic Park where it had feathers in the fossil. Alright, well anyways, this actually looks like a human arm right here. Interesting. And then we got really big scales here. More smooth skin in the hind leg. And then you can see the fading is really nice. It's like a light colored off-white, but then there's a light brown or tan paint wash filling in the crevices. And then they sprayed like this red on top of it to transition. So it's like, I'm pretty sure it's airbrushed, you know, to fade from that dark red to this light, almost pink. So that's neat. There is a break here for the jaw. That's definitely a separate piece. I don't know about the head. I do think possibly right here there might be a break as well. Okay. So on top of that red though, we have this orange. And then these little patterns of orange, they have a border around them. So that's really fine paint, or possibly maybe they're decals. I'm not sure, but I don't see any of the clear edges that I associate with decals. So I don't know. Maybe unless they're clear coated over. I don't know. I'm not sure how they make these, but they're fascinating to look at. So the bottom of the mouth here, yeah, a lot of like horizontal skin textures, I guess, but then it transitions to like scales. And then this is pink because most of the head is red, so that makes sense. And it's got some sharp white teeth, individually painted, very nice. Up in that mouth we have some ridges. Interesting. Is there a tongue? Yeah, there is a tongue with ridges on it as well. And that mouth goes pretty far back in there. Okay. And then it's got these funky glass eyes. Right, so you can see the light just moving around in that half dome, and for some reason the thing is looking down there like it's spotted like a mouse or something. Yeah, and it's looking with both eyes. I almost think it would be cool if they just posed maybe one of the eyes in a different location, so on this side it's looking that way, but then this side maybe it's looking that way, although a real animal generally doesn't do that. But these are cartoons, right? They're supposed to look funny, so that would be funnier. Nevertheless, we have more variations in the sizing of the scales. This nostril here, no black paint though, but it is kind of deep. And then again, it looks like skin, kind of wrinkled skin up here, but then more scales. So, like all the other ones, it's very well detailed, and it's interesting. I'm not sure why they chose to have this whole rolling thing, but it is nice to see the skeleton. So the lack of a name is starting to pose a problem. On the previous ones, this is a really thick border, and this poster putty would do a decent job. So this is a 50mm wide acrylic disc you can find off AliExpress, and then they just have a brother label maker, telling you what the thing is. Let's take a look at the other ones that I have. So this is the Carcharodontosaurus or whatever. It's another predator, but this was actually a big dinosaur in history versus this almost chicken-sized raptor. Here's the good old Stegosaurus. And then here we have the Parasaurolophus. So, yeah, if these two were hunting, I guess. Something like that. I wonder if these were scavengers, being such small dinosaurs. They're maybe both, right? So these other ones, I don't recall really seeing much by way of seam lines, right? So if they are made of multiple parts, it's really difficult to notice that. This is the first one where it seems to be quite obvious that there's a bunch of seam lines. I'm also noticing, I think, one on the arm there, right there. It looks pretty much like a separate piece. Maybe I could be wrong, but like this, it looks seamless. So it seems like maybe that was the first wave, so they were really trying to impress people. I hope that the other wave 2 figures are more seamless than this one. But still, even with the seams, it's really cool to look at. All the different sculpturing, these funky, deep glass ball kind of eyes and stuff, and the skeleton on the bottom. Alright, well, appreciate you guys checking this out. We'll learn about another dinosaur the next time we get another one rolling. See ya.